Throw it up. Start twerking like Miley. Oh yeah, twerking like Miley. Don't pop it like Miley.
Welcome back, Pokemon trainers, to another Pokemon Go video. This is your boy Bliss24 for show, and in today's video we're going to talk about some tips and tricks, no other than the video that we're displaying today, Pokemon Go. First thing I want to do is I want to give a quick shout out to Nick, Marcus, Jermaine, and Israel. Those guys are awesome. I really got to say that Pokemon Go brings together some awesome relationships. Yesterday I was doing some Pokemon hunting on my own, looking for a Charmeleon, came across a guy named Nick. He joined me on the journey. Unfortunately, we could not find the Charmeleon, but we endured a journey to go to a park that was a little bit down the ways. Me and him was both on bicycles. It's pretty cool. We rode about maybe 3 or 4 miles down the road to a park, maybe further, not too sure. Bumped into some other guys from Team Instinct that were at the park, and they, together with us, joined, and we just joined this massive group in a search for a Dratini, and that just was an epic story that just turned into epic madness. From there, we found a couple of us found and cached it, and unfortunately Marcus did not, and his night was just destroyed because of it. Hilarious, good times, man, good laughs. Also, on top of that, we got in trouble with the police. We were at the park, I guess, after it closed, and we were considered trespassing. Yeah, he's like, yeah, what's going on with you guys? You know, what are you guys doing? We're like, you know, we're just catching Pokemon. You know, it's just chilling. And he's like, oh, well, you can't catch them all if you're in jail. I'm like, okay. Yeah, that was like really called for. So anyway, from there, we bailed from the park. We met back over in my side of town at the Heritage Park to see if we can catch some Pokemon. Nothing really extravagant was going on over there, so we bolted over to Kingswood Park that we had heard from Nick that it was a Squirtle village, and to our delight, it actually was. It was Squirtle heaven, man. We literally found 6 or 7 Squirtles that night. I maybe caught about 5 of them, and then there also as well there was a Pikachu. And it was so serious that it almost got to the point where we were going to go through someone's backyard to get this Pikachu, but we found another entrance into the neighborhood, so we didn't have to go through or jump over any gates. I was going to record all that, guys, because I have a GoPro and I was going to give you guys a first-person view, but 1, my camera was dead. 2, it was pitch black, so you guys probably wouldn't have seen anything anyway. But anyway, that was a long introduction and shout out or whatever. I'm going to go directly into the tips and tricks and discuss what I want to discuss with you guys today on how to effectively catch Pokemon. Okay, so the first topic I want to discuss and cover is lure modules. For those of you that don't know, lure modules are something that you can either buy from the store or you can gain through certain awards or achievements for unlocking certain levels, etc., etc. Lure modules can be attached to Pokestops, and they can attract Pokemon. And when Pokemon come to this area, you can catch them. I figured I needed to discuss this because some people still to today do not understand how lure modules work or how to attach them, exactly how you use them. You would hit on the Pokestop, and you see this little white oval here that's on the top. You would click on that, and then that's where you will apply your lure module. And from there, that's when all the Pokemon will come and all the fun begins. Next, navigation. I want to discuss a little bit about you guys. There's a Geodude in front of me. I'm not going to mess with it right now. I might after I talk about navigation. So as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, I have a little rectangle here that has some Pokemon in it. Now if I click on this rectangle, it's going to bring up all the Pokemon that are in my nearby area. Okay, now starting with the Geodude, which obviously he's right in front of me, you see there's no footprints under him. That's indicating that, hey dummy, he's right in front of you. Okay, the next in line will be Pidgey. That's the next closest to me. Then Ekans, and then so on and so on. Now the footprints indicate the exact meters or distance that it can possibly be from you. Now once the Pokemon moves in the number 1 position, so say if this Pidgey was in the Geodude's position and it still has 3 footsteps, that's indicating that it's about 30 meters away from me. 2 footsteps is about 20 meters, 1 footstep is about 10. Okay, no footsteps, he's right in front of you. Now sometimes you will have cases where Pokemon number 1 and number 2 in this case will be right next to each other, so they will have the same amount of footprints and they're going to pop up around the same time. Okay, the next thing I want to discuss is, say I wanted to locate this Pidgeotto. Okay, let's say I click on the Pidgeotto and I want to locate him specifically. Now if you guys already know that this game uses your GPS and it actually picks up your movement and whether you're turning north, south, east, or west. Now if I was to turn in each direction, if this little rectangle, as you can see just now, it blinked green, that means I'm pointing in the right direction to where that Pidgeotto is. So I just want to kind of bring that to you guys' attention. So if you go and stand outside, you're looking for a Pidgeotto, you turn to your left, you turn to your right. If you don't see that green little flashing light that comes out, that means you're not facing in the right direction. Okay. Also, be familiar with your common areas where rare Pokemon may pop their beautiful heads. Okay, so like in my neighborhood, there's at least about 3 or 4 different locations where I know already. Say for instance, if I look on my nearby list and there's a Pikachu that pops up, I can pretty much tell you there's about 3 or 4 different locations he can be in this neighborhood. I really suggest, as you guys are catching those rare Pokemon that barely come up in your neighborhoods or whatnot, mark those areas so you know in the future, okay, I probably need to revisit this area just in case another rare Pokemon pops up. That pretty much takes care of navigation. Let's talk about battles and gym, okay? So let's go into the battle. Let's go ahead and look at this Geodude here, okay? So we enter battle mode with the Geodude. As you can see, he's right in front of me. I have the AR mode off for certain reasons. It saves your battery. 2, I don't have to wiggle my tablet all around and try to focus in on him or whatnot. Sometimes, yeah, the cool background that it uses from your camera is awesome or whatnot, but in this situation, just to explain to you guys how everything works, I'm just going to leave with the AR off, okay? Now, you got a couple different things that you can do in this mode, okay? You can either run, you can snap a picture, or you can go in your items and start choosing stuff, okay? Now, when we look at this Geodude, the first thing that we want to look at is his combat power, okay, which right now is 57, so he's not really strong, okay? So, 1, that's indicating to me that a Pokeball should do the trick. Now, there's other indications as well that you should take a look at. I'm going to go ahead and put my finger down on the Pokeball, and if you notice, a little white ring has went around him, and now you see a green ring that continues to, get big and then shrink again, and it does it continuously or whatever. Now, I want to tell you guys what the green means. The green pretty much indicates exactly what I said. This guy is easy. It doesn't take a lot of effort to catch this guy. So a Pokeball should do the trick. You don't need any raspberries, nothing special. You should be able to just launch the Pokeball at him and catch him. Now, what does it mean? Why does this circle keep shrinking and repeating itself or whatever? Because you want to perfectly time your Pokeball when it's not too big or not too small, just right, center mass of the Pokemon when you throw it to get a nice or a great throw. This allows you to gain extra experience points when you capture this Pokemon. Another tip that I have for you guys is, there's different colors that this circle can come in. It can be green, like a yellowish or orange, all the way to red, basically indicating how tough this Pokemon is, how tough he's going to be able to capture him, or the likelihood of him running away from you. So if it's red, you want to pretty much be on your A game. Stand still, that really helps. Don't, move around, don't try to drive and catch him and everything else. Just pause for a second, focus your attack, and make sure you land that Pokeball right on the center mass. Another thing that can aid you, and I mentioned it earlier, is raspberries. Raspberries will allow the Pokemon to actually, let down their guard a little bit in order to give you an opportunity to smack them in the face with a Pokeball, okay? Another trick that I wanted to give you guys, and this one's just great, okay? You guys ready? Alright. I call this the curveball. I did not invent it, but I did learn it. And look at this right here. See that? So I'm start spinning this ball right here. And then if I launch it just right, I did that all messed up. He punched it. You don't want to launch it when he's punching, okay? But the curveball allows you not only to get extra points, but the likelihood of the Pokemon breaking out of your Pokeball is very unlikely. How do you do it? You just put your finger on your iPad or whatever you're using at the time, and you start spinning your finger around. And then you launch it at the right time, smack him right in the face, and most likely, in most cases, he will not escape that Pokeball. Okay? Awesome. Let's talk about the different type of Pokeballs that we have. We have the traditional Pokeball. We have Great Balls, and then we have Ultra Balls. You get Great Balls. The Great Balls are locked around level 10, I believe, and Ultra Balls level 20. You cannot buy Great Balls or Ultra Balls. Just wanted to cover that. Also as well, if you throw a Pokeball and you miss, if you are quick enough and you tap on that Pokeball quick enough, you can actually recover that same ball, okay? So you won't waste a ball. It's very difficult to do, but it is very possible. Just want to also give you guys that tip, okay? Also, I wanted to explain to you guys how gyms work, okay? I touched on it a little bit, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit more of a elaboration on how it works. So as you can see, this gym is level 3. What does that mean? 3 players from the same team can donate, if you want to say, their Pokemon to that gym to help defend it. So we should be able to count. No, actually, there's just 2 here, but usually, typically, no, it's 3. I'm right. Okay, so there's 3 trainers here that you have to deal with. So whenever you come across a level 3 gym, it's going to be 3 trainers, 4, you get the point. It's going to gradually increase. How do you do this? You attack your own gym mates. This will not mess up. It will not harm their Pokemon. You will not take their place or anything like that. All you're doing is adding prestige to the gym. So say for instance, if you are Team Mystic and there's a gym that's already defended by a Team Mystic member, that means you can go over there. Let's say the gym is level 1 and you want to use your Pokemon to help defend that base. You go over there, you will attack the base, you will attack that player's Pokemon, and you will win. And when you win, the prestige for that gym will increase. Once that prestige has reached a certain level, in this case it would be gym level 2, that means you can leave your Pokemon there to help defend that gym. Okay, I just want to clear that up because that was a lot of confusion that I've been hearing as well. Let's talk about eggs and teams, okay? Now, I discussed in my previous video a little bit about hatching eggs or whatever and how you can do it, okay? The best method, the quickest method to hatch your eggs is to walk, run, or ride a bike. Because the way it works is if you're in a car, let's use for example, if you're going at a certain speed, it's only going to count a small percentage of what you drive. So you have to either drive incredibly slow or just, like I said before, walk, run, or ride a bike. I do not recommend using the ceiling fan technique. If you guys haven't heard of it, that's when you like duct tape your Android phone to the ceiling fan and you turn it on, and that's how you get your kilometers. That is completely lazy in my opinion, and I do not recommend it. I do not recommend the turntable either. If you're a DJ and you want to put your Android phone on a turntable, I don't recommend that either. Just get outside and walk. That's the point of the game, for you to get out the house and actually move around and get some exercise. So let's talk about teams. I'm Team Instinct, which is yellow. When you reach level 5, you will have the choice to pick between 3 teams. It's Team Instinct, Team Mystic, and Team Valor. Yellow, blue, red. Depending on what team you pick, gives you certain perks, okay? And I learned this yesterday. Shout out to Marcus and those guys that I talked to earlier. Being Team Instinct when you basically, Team Instinct has the ability to hatch eggs faster. Okay, apparently, I don't know whether our steps are doubled or whatever, but we hatch eggs faster. Team Valor, on the other hand, has more of the probability is more in their favor that when a Pokemon does hatch, the combat power for that Pokemon will be high. It will be significantly higher than a Team Instinct member's Pokemon will be. So that's the benefit of Valor. You will get stronger Pokemon and you will encounter stronger Pokemon. Team Mystic, I don't know about you guys, to be completely honest. I don't like the blue. I know this sounds bad, but yeah, I will get to the nitty gritty of that and I'll figure that out for you guys, do a little research. But as of now, Team Mystic, I completely am out of it when it comes to you guys. And that's pretty much everything that I wanted to discuss with you guys. I know this video ran a little bit long, but I wanted to get as much information as I could possible, guys. And I'm just having fun with it, man. It's absolutely a great time seeing different places, meeting new people, catching Pokemon. And I'm gonna leave you guys. Can I curveball this guy one time? I'm gonna show you guys a curveball one more time. Maybe we'll get an indicator to show you guys another example of the circles and the colors and whatnot. So this guy is green as well, so he's a pushover. Let's go ahead and spin it up and launch it at him. See that? Nice hit. You saw where that circle was. It wasn't completely at center mass, but it was just right. So I got a nice shot. I'm gonna get some extra XP because of it. And so just practice the curveball shot. If you want more, you have more questions about that, feel free to ask. Doesn't hurt. But what I want to leave you guys with is a special surprise. So, if you guys remember, I was telling you that last night, me and the other Pokemon trainers was running across the whole whole city pretty much yesterday, and we came across a park called Kingswood Park, which is we call it Squirtle Alley because they had so many Squirtles. So I was able to catch enough to actually evolve a Squirtle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to my Squirtles because I got a lot of Pokemon here, man. And if you guys want to know how many I caught, let's take a look at the Pokédex. So far, I have caught 86 and I have seen 86. I know I'm pretty badass. I know. So let's go ahead and go into my Pokemon. We're gonna scroll all the way down. Come on. Really? It's freezing up on me. Embarrassing. Don't do this to me. Since last night too, I caught about 3 different Pikachu, so, oh yeah, and I caught a Ninetales today, so I'm kind of feeling myself just a little bit. That Ninetales is just freaking awesome, man. I'm gonna level that bad boy up. And if you guys haven't noticed, I have a lot of Stardust. I don't know if you guys seen that, because I don't necessarily level up my Pokemon. I just pretty much worry about my level, get my level high, and then I come across stronger Pokemon, I hatch stronger eggs, and then from there, I evolve them, and then they wind up being in the 1100s, etc., etc. So if you guys can remember that from my last video, I still recommend doing it that way. I wouldn't really waste my time finding a weak Pokemon and then spending all that Stardust on one Pokemon, and then it's really not going to benefit you towards the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my strongest Squirtle, which is 544, and look how much Stardust I have. I have 3,300. That's crazy. So I have 25 Squirtle candies. It takes 25 to evolve them. We're going to do it. We're going to see how awesome and badass War Turtle looks. So let's go ahead and get this over with. Hit evolve. Do we want to evolve Squirtle? Yes, we do. Let's see it. Let's go, Squirtle. Do it, baby. Man, this is exactly how many Squirtles we caught, man. And it's just crazy. And as of last night, I did not own one Squirtle. Not one. So this place was just crawling with them, man. And we may go back tonight. I can't promise you guys first person videos. I might. To be quite honest with you, I'm extremely tired, so I just want to get my Pokemon and go to bed. But here he is, War Turtle, looking like a complete badass. Let's see how, I can't see his CP right now. It looks like 864. Yeah, 864, not bad. We can train him up a little bit, get him in the thousands. I mean, and we can get him the Blastoise as well. He still has another evolution that he can go through, but as of right now, we have ourselves a Wartortle, pretty strong warrior Pokemon, and we're going to take him into some gym battles, and hopefully I can catch that and show you guys how that goes. But yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by and showing some love. Really appreciate it. If you enjoyed everything you see here today, be sure to punch that like button, that subscribe button, tell a friend, and most importantly, drop a comment. I want to know you guys' thoughts. Let me know how many Pokemon you have. What are you working on? What are your goals? And I'll see you guys in the next Pokemon video. Peace.